She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty, and you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Handler's the word, if it's all the same. My pup here's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing. I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora, and at least those can be buried after. That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. He's the blade of frontiers. Devil's plaything just doesn't have the same ring. Speaking of...
Oil burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
There you are. I was just thinking about you and that delicious moment we shared the other night. The very same. I've had this condition for 2 centuries, but truth be told,
What happened? What?
you were the first.
Oh.
In all these years,
I
I've
mean, I'm doing
ever fed on
all this
beasts. Drinking the blood of thinking creatures is a different thing entirely. You were delectable. And now I can't help but wonder how the others taste.
But hit that final tournament.
Alas, it doesn't hurt to ponder the question, though. Take Gale, for
I've already had
example.
him all.
He strikes me as someone whose blood is
I've already
rich
had
and
him all.
refined, like well-aged brandy. But the Gith, what in the hells would she taste like? sounds very appealing. I'm almost convinced. Absolutely. So, in the spirit of theoretical questions, if you had to take a bite from one of them, who would it be? Oh, no. No. Don't be disgusting. I just mean a sip of their blood. No mastication required. A brave choice. Although, the more I think on it, the hungrier I get. I better go find something I can actually get my teeth into. Nothing out there will taste as good as the alternatives. But I'll make do. Sweet dreams.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings. I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
May the darkness protect you. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. Wouldn't be courage without the risk, would it? I'll figure out a way to make it up to him. What are heroes like? Swords? Shields? Shiny things? Copper for your thoughts? We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. She favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
I do, but I don't know if it's
I don't
so you're
know.
telling me you're gonna
You think she'd
skip
have
out
more
on
important
the
things
greatest
to
story
do?
event of every
Devils in their
decade?
pride.
Over some pride? First person makes you sick.
We have yet to find Zorro. Or have you so quickly forgotten? He has seen my people. And where we find Githyanki, we will find their crash.
How can I help?
Ah, my good... Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. Not yet, I'm afraid. But my
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Shah's blessings upon you.
What's on your mind?
We have yet to find... Yes, in great detail. Then you start to hallucinate. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow... All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born. Words forged in steel. May your actions express... We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me. Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
What's on your mind?
Shah's blessings upon you.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places. Yes. Halsin is correct. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. The Absolute's aims are not yet clear to me, but its progress towards domination is clear. These parasites are more than illithid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. You witnessed it yourself with Priestess Gut. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you. It's complicated, but I'm an adventurer, just like you. Just like you, I was infected with a Mind Flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go. No, it isn't safe. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
My good... Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just... My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over. You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you. You only have a matter of days to live. Ah, my good... Quite the cozy setup. I assure you,
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly.
Don't fidget. The needle must slip.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins. Pain shoots through your body.
I think...
The needle seesaws back and forth.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye. Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty... I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a threat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recalls.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage. Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile... I can't help but feel partly responsible. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were trained. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Tough.
Wish to live in more interesting times.
Oh.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult. Indeed.
Another dream. Another order from that. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the absolute cultist's lair. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power. Avert your eyes whenever it appears. And do not avail yourself of this new power. You've no idea what damage it could do to us. How far into illithid madness it could drag us. Yes, the one truth that there will come a battle. certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still. A question that burns in my belly day. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach us.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take... She even offered me greater powers. The result of some... Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece. As existential evils go, the absolute... Any opportunities for us to indulge our tadpole's capabilities are hardly on the same scale. Trifles. When one can...
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, it gave me another gift too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me. And while we're at it, we can see how many more of these little... Now, was there anything else?
Welcome to the League of the Lone Eye, my friend. Not to minimize the pain of Volo's poking and prodding, but I promise, you'll be used to the prosthesis in no time. Besides, I find it gives one an air of mystique. No one's more intriguing than a man with one eye. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
Where is it?
Another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services. There are many answers to that question. None are important. Correct. No. Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking. Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them. Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do, should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more. Because it is my calling, there is little else to explain. A matter of coin. Very well. Impossible. Thy party is full. Then I shall wait here patiently until it is a...
Want to rob that nigga again.
Copper for your thoughts?
Something there. There's something there.
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me. It gave me a tadpole gift too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter... And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory. Very well. If it's mind games these parasites wish to play, we'll play. And we'll win. My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call.
Hey,
so it was for
casket.
I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it.
I told you about that World Tiger Man, bro.
Flying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by
I
goblins.
know it's like Great Fan,
His corpse blared into the soil
you
next to
ain't even
him.
tired.
I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. Proud. No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded. And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see what I'm in.
Keep your distance, darling.
Still breathing, despite everything. On my way. Done!
can't give up. On the move. Time to meet your maker.
A better position.
Count on me.
Got to concentrate.
No choice but to keep going. No time for mercy. Done!
In position.
My faith will protect me. Let me strike true.
Time to push my luck again. Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Close ranks.
Ready. Down with you. Take two.
Can't even catch my breath. Done.
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look. This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
So, you've indulged. Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share. I wouldn't mind indulging myself. I admit, I wasn't keen to be the first to try it, just in case there were any, surprise side effects. But now that we know it's safe, I'm all for experimenting. I might just hold you to that.
No. And I'm breathing. That nigga sleeping. Whoever that is, that nigga sleep. Don't be giving no benefit of the doubt. You know, you right. She is sick. You get a pass. You try to see a life right now. I get it. You need to fight for your life a little quieter. Fighting. All these fucking goblins want some, I'll give it to them. Oh, is that little bitch trying to go open the gate? Open that door, didn't you, little nigga?
Let's end this.
That little nigga tried to open it.
Never a dull moment.
Critical, man.
Jimmy on the go.
What should I do? Got to press on.
Blood comes easy these days. Breathe deep and move.
Oh, yeah? The house open. Yeah, managed to fuck it up. You managed to fuck it up beyond all belief. You lost your house treasure.
Over there.
Oh, definitely. Oh, don't do that. That's crazy to me. Oh my goodness.
Where do I go from here?
Ain't no amount of blessings can save you, nigga.
Time to move.
Nigga, you're done. Taking that boy hostile. I threw that out of here.
Ah, that put the wind back in my sails.
This way.
Soldier.
One day I'll catch a break.
Need to stay focused. On I go.
get it.
It's been
Do
a long
you
day.
believe?
Better stop to rest soon.
Let me get it up and get it. A village out there. Somewhere there. Do you believe? Believe.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger, thanks to them. Traveling to Moonrise is no small task. Expect dangers like you've never seen before. That's true, I won't lie. But I won't let you march towards Moonrise without knowing what you'd face. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. So it seems, though I don't know how. You'll have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in this very Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers, through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aridin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Sock. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers, and may bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. My business there began long ago. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. If I could join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I could have both helped you find a cure for your infection. But the Grove must come first, I'm afraid. You will. Oakfather bless you. You know what's needed. The deaths... I could come and help you, but be warned. I won't be able to suppress my animal side. Subtlety will not be an option. So be it. May Sylvanas... You did it! You actually did it! The leader's dead! Praise Sylvanas. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure. Killing's never my first choice, but those three were too dangerous to leave alive. And you'll receive it soon enough. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
And that nigga turned into a rat and dipped off. Oh, really?
At least things have stayed interesting.
Nigga turned into a rat and dipped. And dipped. And draggy. You look relaxed. She looks relaxed. La 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 la. Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah.
Such vile parasites.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
Ain't my type of hot, baby. You know. Dog is this?
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head. He whines, but remains rooted by the corpse's side.
Stop me yet.
Well, let me do it too.
guess.
Seluna statue. It is stinking cave. Hardly a place of honor even to the likes of her. There's magic at play
This
here.
thing won't
A
yield its
spell keeping
contents
this
easily.
chest shut.
That stench.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness. The owlbear's one good eye flicks away for a moment. You follow its glance and see an owlbear cub. The owlbear stares, then sharply inhales your scent. It sits back, its eyes still fixed on you. A silent ultimatum. You can leave now, or step closer and die. Growls deep in its feathered chest. You had your chance.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. much for peace. Best be on my way.
Let's finish this.
Owlbear egg. These are supposed to be worth a fortune.
It's time. Stop it. What's in my head? Stop it.
That might be worth a look. Who's digging with my bare hands? Packed too tight. I'll need a shovel. No time to rest.
That car, like, I know you had a fucking shovel. Didn't you have to pick up that shovel, bitch? Do it. Video?
Let's go.
Another fight. Let's go.
Need to learn the hard way.
Survival is all that matters.
Cub looks from you to his dead mother. A single strike will end his suffering.
It hurts.
You watch speechless as the cub begins to eat his mother.
The cub has a fighting chance now.
That, or we've just prolonged its misery.
Oblivious to your presence, the cub continues to gorge himself on his dead mother. Oblivious to your presence.
clear steel.
Scouts just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, Mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Eldrel didn't want us, and those druids sure as hell didn't either.
I'll kiss you when you stop bleeding, you lummox.
I'm your lummox.
Yes, you are. Now, stop squirming.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet. Making sense when I least want you to. Fine. I'll keep an open mind, all right? I can promise that much. Now, are we done here?
It was bad enough having just one of those tadpoles forced upon us. I can scarcely believe you actually inflicted another on yourself. I was. He mentioned Dark Justiciars, and we've come across other signs of a Sharan presence during our travels. I'm not sure I can dismiss that as a coincidence. On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. Fine. Let's explore.
Need something? Who knows? Drown? But maybe answers. If we can convince them.
Gone gods. Watching you consume that tadpole was more... Though, I suppose that's not what you wanted to talk about. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable... I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. Yes, I suppose we should. Though, still, I am the Frontier's avowed protector. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing.
Come on then, don't leave me in suspense. How are you feeling? No errant tentacles? No sudden cravings for a more cerebral diet? Wonderful. Advantages are a more precious commodity than I'd have hoped, given the nature of it. I commend you on your willingness to take such a risk. Now, let's hope your new illithid fuel prowess tipped the balance. Was there another matter you wish to discuss?
No good will come of devouring a Ghaik worm, no matter what you might think. Mark my words. This power would be... You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of... Consume all the Ghaik tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. To every pore and slithered through every vein. What am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power. Githyanki have long studied Ghaik and used what we've learned. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself.
Oh.